New spell Space Station Gaming versus the Nice. Did I hear my name? You sure did, Yuri.
Did I hear my name?
No, it was actually Garden of Yuri. But if I say your name and I get a tier 1, I'll be very happy with that. We're trying to make the treacherous climb to 300 tier 1 subs, or 300 tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 subs, some combination. We've got about 100 to go, so we're over 2/3 of the way there, or we're coming up to 2/3 of the way there. So thank you very much, Yuri. Appreciate it. The Yuris are going to meet.
Who'd they interview?
UV. It was just a very quick one.
Oh, right. Wait, what? Have they been talking for like 8 minutes?
Yeah, I presume it's been muted, but I presume we're doing a sort of post-game into pre-game of the next game.
Oh, okay.
There's something about this middle-aged boy.
Chickens having a dance.
Thrilling.
Thank you, After, for the gifted tier 1 to Polo Juice. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Arthur.
Nearly done. Zeb magic incoming? No, sniper magic.
Now you're 2/3 of the way there. I'm not sure if it counts gifts, Arthur. You might have just wasted your money. I'll put it to good use, but I didn't mean to bait you. I should have said primes and gifts don't count, I believe. It has to be direct tier 1s. Shit.
Hurt, bro.
Don't worry, Arthur. I'll put it towards a good cause. And Polo Juice will be eternally grateful. Okay,
here's if you say that again, you're shot.
Here's one for you, Max. Map 5. Why didn't they ban Zarya? Ooh. Oh, wow. Thank you, Chower, for a tier 2. Thank you very much. Go up. Go. I'm going, Chower. Thank you very much.
I think they were just trying to get the mirror right.
Yeah, what?
They didn't struggle Versailles on any maps, did they?
No, but because they could play Ram. You know what I mean? So it's less about, maybe like you don't ban Zarya, but
I mean, why didn't they play Ram, you know? Like,
because Ram was banned. That's what I mean. Like SSG banned Ram because they banned Pharah.
Right.
So it's sort of like even if they sort of want to bait them into playing Zarya and don't ban Zarya, the fact that they don't protect the Ram means they sort of like they leave themselves open to actually lose the ban.
How old is that picture of Grapes?
Alright, let me go back.
I swear Grapes is like an anabolic monster, bro. What the hell is that picture? He looks small there, but I swear he's fucking huge.
Can we get a hugeness check on Grapes, please?
No, like, he looks small there. Like, I'm going to his Twitter. Like, you gotta see this. This is some bullshit, bro.
Alright.
Grapes.
Size check.
This guy's huge.
Looking for a giant grape.
Am I tripping?
Did I watch the Toast clip? No, it was the Toast clip. Last time he was all muscle. Look at this clip.
Wait, how do I control tab? Like,
how do I get this? Can someone post it again because I'm stupid?
Guy looks like a fucking monster here, bro.
Oh wow.
He looks huge here. It's like Kappa angle bait or something. Like in his other tweets, you can see he must be really short or something.
Wait,
but
no way.
Had me fooled.
No way he really said this. Tuning in.
Gets kicked. We said whoever had the least damage on the team gets kicked.
Grapes is smaller than that now. No, that was what was freaking me out. Is because I saw in his picture and I thought like he.
We said whoever had the least damage on the team gets kicked. It was 3K. Alright, Lep.
Lep dead.
DHG thanks Lep for his support. And now we gotta ask ourselves who we're gonna replace him with. I heard there's a free agent available that comes with a downside of some PR issues. I gotta ask a important question. How okay are we with racism?
He's funny, actually. He's so good. I need to screen. Yeah, he's coming in. He's coming back.
Who's that?
So there's this DSG clip where someone can probably link it in your chat as well. But it's Toast watching the game, and he's like, "We said, whoever has the least damage, we were gonna kick him." So then it's Lep. So he's like, "Lep, DSG thanks you for your service, and now we need to figure out a replacement." And he was like, "There is a potential option with maybe a few PR issues, so I need to ask you an important question."
How okay are we with racism?
How okay is everyone with racism? He's actually, actually really like him.
Yeah. $14K on LuneX. My mortgage on LuneX. LuneX tick riders rise up. LuneX tick riders rise up. Aga balance.
I don't remember that being the official hashtag, but okay.
LuneX tick riders rise up.
Wait, do you mind if I suggest that one to Taz for the new Dallas Fuel one as well?
I mean, he didn't even reply to me about the back to blue thing. Like, pissing me off, bro. I signs one Emong and he gets an ego. Like, unbelievable. All right, 15, 14, 13,
It just
12,
works. Never
11.
down.
Here's to a 3-map banger, yeah? 3-map banger, Bedge.
It's gonna be. Oh, thank you, Bandit Eagle, for the prime. Thank you very much. You know what happens
We
with the
bring out a
press?
spawn for Extinction and LuneX both.
Great.
Zeb on the Domina. Bit of a different flavor here though. Ryan straight onto the Echo, perhaps predicting Zeb is going to be on a ground tank, and now he can fly around, get behind Zeb a little bit. Huge damage coming out onto Sniper early on though, and they are going to get bullied back out of main. Zeb taking as much space as is humanly possible. Sniper shoved into a corner right away, but we really need Extinction to take some space. Sniper, off the map. Nemwai's done it. Unbelievable.
Not so nervous anymore. Opening pick for Nenwai, and that'll be the first cap for LuneX as well. Zeb now gets to hold this choke, and we talked a bit earlier about Domina as well, and these are the sort of areas that a Domina loves to play. Anyone comes over a bridge, you're getting pushed off that bridge. Extinction are going to have to find another way round, potentially through point instead, because it's very treacherous trying to take the space against Zeb.
NY already so close to the beat because of that boot, getting ahead of even the mechanical Lucio. Another crystal charge in main, but we need another angle for Extinction, and I need to turn down my game sound because this shit is way too loud. Full volley of stickies comes out from Ryan, onto nothing, I'm afraid. Ryan tapping the point though, quite close to the copy, but doesn't have it yet, so needs to be careful in case they're pushed. Sniper so low and yet so far. NY has the beat. Come on, we've been to the school of Korean Overwatch. Get beat first, use beat first. Beat comes out first. Everyone pushing in now for the side of LuneX. Who exactly are they pushing in onto? Nobody knows. Potential DK getting some big damage onto Zomba as they slide back onto the point. Now Nenwai's in trouble. It's Grapes closing on that beat, but Ryan's gone down before the copy. Had 80% before, still somehow not at 100. Grapes has the beat, might try and clutch it. Drops the beat, pushing in, gets shoved into a wall. PDK didn't even get the beat, so it's a little bit lukewarm to say the least. But Zeb still in trouble. Zomba's gone down. Mechanical Lucio drilling. And that's going to be a fight for Extinction. Mind you, they flipped the cap 27 seconds ago.
Yeah, get a decent amount of cap off that one as well, just before the fight goes through. Did have to burn both support ults for it, and now they're going to have to rely on Ryan on this copy. Sniper with a bomb. In reality, LuneX have way better ults to work with this. X10 has the override protocol, which is probably the best ult to try and retake some space, create that for Zeb to move on to point, and Zeb can look for Nocticon, but has to find a way through Matrix. X10's going to start the fight. Deep peek now from Zeb towards the back of point. X10 looking for some smash damage. Anything connecting? Not just yet. No meaningful ones. But Ryan has died with copy. Now they drop onto the point. X10 has some space. A big slash onto Sniper. Chasing them all the way out. Slice over top. Doesn't connect anymore, but Zeb's going to push the baby off the cliff. And that'll be straight back in control for LuneX.
LuneX now, they have fantastic ultimates to hold, and Ryan really just can't be going down with a copy like that. PDK about to have a second override protocol. X10's actually getting a bit damage gap from the looks of things, but Ryan can maybe float over to the right-hand side, get some stickies out, and then use the copy to duel on the point. Sniper taking point, and it looks like Ryan is taking that right side angle. Just missing all of the stickies, though. Need more. Out comes a Sundering Blade from Zomba. In main, gets nothing. PDK, big damage up. NY so low that she is going to skate out to escape. Copy, Domina on the point. Beats late from Nenwai. A bit nervous on that one. And that is not going to save Zeb. 1-for-1 trades. Panopticon into the air as the death is already on. But Extend, she's found 2. You've got all these cooldowns though, Ryan. Surely you can clean up a kill. Flip goes back the way of Extinction, but we are in a 3v3. And Extend's still on the bridge, posing a major threat.
Sniper's got an angle there. We'll pick up the Mega. Can find options to go on that one. Just make sure there's no scary swing. But Sniper a little bit in the open now. There's a Vendetta behind them as well. Flies back to the point. Push into a wall. Has to bomb. Can they get it back in mech? The answer's no. Zomba shuts that one down. But Zomba dies for that one in exchange. Now still trying to come over. Kitsune Rush trade on points. He and Scuff goes for that one. But Zeb is making use of this. Beaming him down. PDK's found a nade kill though. Ryan's in the back. Hits for full 6 round the corner. No escape for Nenwai. Ryan's now got a great angle onto the tank as well. It's difficult to fight. Dink as well. Ryan's trying to get it all done. He needs some help. Sniper's back. Ryan groups with the team. Pocket Ryan. He's doing so much. But Slash comes out from Zomba. Doesn't find anything. They're still battling away onto point. Scuff's going to get back.
Graves nearly has a
Zeb
beat.
has found another barrier raid. Graves so close to this beat. A timing with Zeb goes down. Graves is going to drop a beat anyway now after that tank first. Just booped off. Ryan with the cleanup kills. Safety first from Graves. Nenwai off. Z off. Extinction take for first round. It's a 5-man banger.
This is going to be a 5-man banger for sure, isn't it? Crazy stuff coming out from Ryan right now, really exploiting the inflexibility of Zeb, taking these wide side angles on the Echo, and there's just nobody there to contest it. Feels like maybe it's on Zomba to contest the Echo on the point a little bit. There's no way that PDK can be flying out, or rather that Ryan can be flying out, but Zomba a little bit too focused on marking the bridge. X10 can cover that, but instead it feels like Ryan's getting away with a lot, creeping out onto the flank, pressuring the objective, finding damage and kills. All these stickies on the side, not too shabby. Wide speed call. Who's on the phone? Is it me? It could be me. Hello?
Juno's out of spawn. Ring ring. Swaps onto Kiri. After that speed ring now, it's going to be Sniper onto the Diva. Zeb onto the Domina. Same again. Group up on the outside. Sniper already has a slightly deeper position. We're far away, so it's hard to hear, but assuming we'll get close and everything will fill our ears. Now up close. Barrier array is up for Zeb as they try and take it, but look at Brian again with this angle. Sneaky, sneaky. They actually move away from him, so Brian's going to back it up to point. Regroup with the rest of his team there as Extinction will try and take some angles. Sniper can get poked out, so we'll hold close for now, but it won't take long to get them away from that one. Sniper falls all the way back. Low HP has to get the Mega. Now they're going to try and come back in, but LuneX has stolen the flip during all of this now. Has to use the shift to stay on point. Slams onto the backline. Now Graves has taken so much. Big slash over the top as well. Spin to win, and Zomba will clean that one up as well. And as soon as they're on that back of that point, Zeb can just do so much with all of his cooldowns.
Yeah, back to the wall. This is really the most powerful space for LuneX. Zeb can just dominate. Ryan has to carry. You can see he's done a lot of damage, but hasn't gotten over Ryan yet. Extinction trying to retake through main. They're going to get that flank around. Ryan's actually gone the wide side, which means that there's not going to be many flanky stickies coming through. Pushing out into main, trying to kill them all the way in spawn now, but Ryan is so boxed in. Needs to get out, needs to get this copy going. You see he's committing quite heavily. Big stickies on. Now the flank is on as well. TP out of C. And they might actually just push right past Ryan if they're not careful. Sniper's in the back, but actually doesn't have the health to make this happen. Loses their suit, and this is bad news for Extinction. That's a big turn to be losing, and they're already 50% off the clock. Even if they're not ulting, time is of the essence.
No, 50% and counting now. They will be at an ult disadvantage into this next fight, but Grapes is a little bit behind on the beat. So there is a bit of a window for them still to go here. LuneX for Panopticon is going to make a lot of these ults a little bit tricky to use. Extinction though, DPS ults may be the best option for them to start this one. Awesome back. Here comes PDK. Really early on that as the rest of them will kite back to point. LuneX given some space. Looking for some splash damage. Response from X10. Slash from Zomba. Bit of a battle in the sky. No connection there from either. Beat comes through from Nemoi on point. Catches all 5. Zeb still has that Panopticon as well, where Sniper is forced back. Ryan on the copy M-Ray here.
Nice
comes through. Copy protocol over it as well. Looking for this one. Ryan throwing it in. Panopticon thrown in from Zeb. Helps to one kill. Ryan though still looking for splash damage out of it. Now Sundering Blade round the corner. Big damage onto Sniper. Bomb is out. Remake is denied. Zomba is 1 HP and Scuffed has finished him off. Scuffed looking for a little bit more now. Ryan is low HP as well. Scuff's going to have to try and do it all. Swinging onto everyone. We're about to head into overtime. Extinction. Oh, they can't even trigger the overtime.
Now, I thought Scuff might have had it before TPing out, but just too little too late. Extinction, real rough one there. And I don't know if Control Center is going to be easier, to be honest. I feel like this map is good for the Echo, where Ryan can continually fly up above the green room, fly behind the point, get these pincers. On Control Center, things are a little bit tighter, things are a little bit closer. Maybe towards the point, the Domina, you know, gets stuck out in the open space a little bit, but I'm not super convinced that this is better for the Echo. I think Ryan might struggle a little bit. So, yeah, wait, I don't know what this Wu Yang bait is in Spawn. We're not falling for that, Z. Kiri, bag.
Vendetta now for Ryan on this one. Going to be matching Zomba over on that. Diva is the choice again for Sniper. Going to be a speed ring out of Spawn, then a swap onto Kiriko. Get onto this high room faster. Zeb's going to want control of that room right now, but Diva is already there, but Zeb's going to peek out with his Vendetta. Slice comes through, and already Extinction are going to give the space, try and play the wide angle, get Ryan up above on this Vendetta. Sniper will join them now to help keep Zomba away from that, and now PDK with this angle on point. Barrier array is going to fall, and this is going to be the timing for Sniper and Ryan to go. Disruptor shot on the left, perfectly anticipates X10 swing there. PDK going to be forced back to point, pushed and stunned onto it as well. No kill as Zeb and the gang swap swing back onto that one. They're trying to block the objective, which they have done, and now a chance for X10 to swing, but it's a pivot of position. Now the high ground is Extinctions, but Cypher's taken so much damage, desperately trying to survive. They're pushing on. Zomba goes in for more. Suzu comes out. Zeb is low. The stun interrupts Ryan's swing. He's still trying to go over the top. Zeb is so low, except with the opening pick. Z shuts down Ryan as well. They've lost Zeb on point though. Sniper's taken over. 2 kills for Sniper, looking for more, but now a Vendetta to fight. That is a tough one. Zomba is trying to do it all. Suzu is out. Turn around to try and clear that Kiriko, but Sniper can repush soon.
Beat out for Grapes, actually, pushing right back into this one. Hard push for Sniper, trying to find a kill, but they find nothing at all. An Extinction, they might get the cap, but they haven't got any kills. First time allegations from Love Liquid Smooth. Welcome to the stream. Zeb pressing forward now, stuffing everybody back. Z has the Kitsu, will finally drop it now. PDK with the clock in response. Nenwai has the beat if they need it. Will we need it? Who knows? Beat comes out, everybody pushing forward now. Extinction in big trouble. Where are the kills? These beat pushers are wank. Now Zeb has the Panopticon, pushes Grapes back, but he slides around the corner, and we are just going to see LuneX take the fight, take the cap. Extinction, a bit worse for wear.
Late kill onto Ryan as well. They'll eventually get back in control, and that was both support ups coming out for both teams. Now LuneX in a pretty strong ult position. X10 with the protocol if a push comes in. Zeb with a Panopticon to stop anything, and Extinction are going to have to do it through the neutral. So if any of these DPS ults come out, there's not going to be great answers for him. Stun onto Ryan. Panopticon round the corner, catches Sniper on the flyback now, looking for more damage. They do bust him out of that. So this Panopticon forces a disengage but finds no kills.
No kills secured. LuneX still with the double DPS ultimate though. So Extinction, no free lunch here. Ryan trying to work his way in through the right hand side. Server room approach. Over on the coast, Nenwai's marking. Zeb gets one block by Sniper actually. Battle block comes out from X10, but Zeb has just disappeared into a buff of smoke. X10 pressing forward, trying to find a trade, but the kite is good from Extinction. They know now they can press back in. Scuffed forced to use the Suzu as they push back out that little bit too early, but no kills converted. No TP now for Z. Ryan's going to take down Zomba on the corner, and Extinction, they get the cap, they press further forward, little low hop for Ryan, can't quite finish the job, but cap secured and a big ult bank in tow.
Big ult bank in tow. Ryan's going to swing around the corner on this left-hand side, get nice and close with Sniper. They've got a beat advantage to take this next fight if they want Extinction, but they're actually going to give a bit of space now, try and bait LuneX to come through this. LuneX are going to be aware of that beat disadvantage though. They nearly have a beat of their own, but 28% still required, and actually Extinction give it a bit more space, enough rope to hang themselves maybe as they come in. Kitsune Rush will come through, go overclock from PDK in response. Kitsune Rush available, Berg's going to go first with the beat, though Nenwai does not have it yet. They're trying to go back, Sundering Blade from Zomba kills Ryan immediately with that as well. They're going through, Nenwai has the beat, she's got it ready to go, chance for re-engage. Zeb needs it now, they're going to drop a beat, they push him for the kills, all over for Lucio, but Grapes giving them the slip. Scuffed with a TP out as well. Grapes will go down late, boop onto Sniper, no bomb committed from them either, and that will be LuneX back in control.
LuneX back in control, ult's a bit dry, Panopticon and Override Protocol coming online soon enough though, and Extinction, it's not like they can just rush in with a Sundering Blade either, so I think if this fight goes even the slightest bit long, LuneX will be favoured. Snare comes out on to the Dominus Shield for not a whole lot of anything. PDK swinging around the right now, Sundering Blade here on the corner, might be able to swing for something, or nothing at all. Finds no kills Ryan, maybe a little bit rushed, maybe a little bit early, but Sniper forced down to the ground by Zombo. Ryan trying to back him up. Suzu's out. X10 is about to drop the override protocol. Bomb is out. X10 actually can't peek. Nearly just checks it out. But the flipper's gone the way of Extinction. This is a second lease on life. X10 finds one. Ryan's in big trouble though. And Sniper has also lost their suit. And it may just be a LuneX sweep. Zeb presses forward, Ryan is out. Scuff trades X10, but Grapes Mechanics not going to make it over the line. 1-0 for LuneX. Chris Theory.
Real scrap on that one there. LuneX will get it over line in the end. Few big it felt in general, everyone's ults were kind of wank on average, you know? Like, so many ults just found no value at all. Beat pushes, Kitsune rushes, Sunder and Blaze, protocols, everything like that. Felt it was a little bit slim pickings for a lot of no's. Cardi
Lost all your points. Happens. Alright, let's put the Gibraltar in the bag. Let's get the Cardi map going.
I want to see some Doomfist. 8-1 for Scuff. 1 death for Scuffed. All of that, 1 death.
Scuff playing well, yeah. Look at all that healing too. 21.7k for Z.
More. Yeah.
Yeah, she's 10-3 as well. She barely died as well. She's on my roster.
Extinction actually looked good yesterday. What happened? I think still look good. This is going to be a dogfight.
Do you think it's a dogfight?
Yeah. Right. I'm grabbing a drink. Whoa. Yeah, GB. Yeah. LuneX one. Ignore fix. LuneX one. Be right back. Maybe I'll get a snack.
That one always gets me on this section. It's just, it's a bit too close to home, I'm afraid. Call Cardi's crying. So ready for those sheets, man. This is a good series, but I knew I was. No, I don't think so. Oh. Just in the emote reading phase of the stream, I'm afraid. Wish I could see Jaws' fish tank from here. Guys, my kale was stinky and sour. What a shame, Spishy. What a shame. Another day of 3 Overwatch viewing experience? What do you mean? We've had multiple 5-map bangers today. Well, 2 5-map bangers. Hopefully this one is a 3-map banger. Hi, Awakey. This will be 3-0 because LuneX is goated trust. Well, there's going to be... I mean, there was a Diva ban available on map 1, right? They didn't use it. What did they ban? What were the bans? Let's have a look. Zarya ban for Extinction. Tracer ban for LuneX. Tracer ban. They want Ryan off that one. They got Sombra on their team. And then Zarya ban. I guess just Diva Tracer. Tough. Can't drop the shoulder now, De Niro. I'm in tired posture now. I've lost lower back firmness, you know. Can't sit up much longer.
I'm back.
I need to add this to the Discord real quick. Hang on. Smoky bot / general.
All right, Esperanza Ram ban from Extinction. Sojourn ban in response from LuneX. Reds, I'm on it.
Can you rotate Ellis in your head like this?
Oh wow, thank you Jigsaw for the prime. Thank you very much. On which side, Khan? You mean the fantasy?
We'll be out of sync, by the way. I was investigating Blink.
Oh, okay. Last I heard, they were all up to date. I believe.
Oh no, Awakey.
Just played it.
Sub?
Just played with an OWTV interviewer on Stadium. He said I can replace Crocs. Can we look into this? Yeah, okay, game guy. Sure, I will look into this with immediate effect.
Yes, Azu, this is the last of today. Ram ban for Extinction, which is a tank protect, because they do not want Diva banned into them. And LuneX are going to ban Sojourn, so suppose we're going to be seeing Diva Emre versus more Domina for Zeb, even on Esperanza. This is interesting.
What about
the Cinnabar play tomorrow? I'm told Cinnabar didn't qualify. Have a Dancy. If you have the means, have a Dancy.
Alright.
No, not your belly. Retoy.
Did someone say belly?
No.
I feel like somebody said belly.
Nobody said belly.
I could have sworn I heard belly. Yeah, it's belly, just said belly question mark. Lots of people telling me we're hearing belly, right?
Yeah, everyone's posting the CX Falcons gift now. Don't rub your belly, lazy cupcake. Alright, Zeb up through main now, and X10 has gapped PDK. The P stands for potential, but that's about all for today. Alright, Extinction now on the back step as LuneX are hooning forward. They had immediately won the first fight off the back of that pick from X10, and they are going to press this advantage as much as they possibly can. Sniper's trying to hold the space, but can't get too aggro. They can't desuit Sniper though. It seems like, LuneX with the Domina, they have to take things relatively slowly, a little bit patient. Team Australia's X10 looks good. She looks tired. She looks tired.
Just poking on the high ground now. Barrier is up. Crystal charge out as well. Keeping Sniper at arm's length with his shoves while inching the payload forward. PDK is going to swing onto the high ground now. Looking for a bit of a timing with Sniper, but nothing just yet. Orion's going to dive into the back. Looking for this one, but X10 and Zomba will be able to get back out of there. Back onto the high ground. PDK is Wobber groups up with the team. Kitsune rushes well on their way, but there is a beat advantage for Nenwai as so far Extinction struggling to get up this slope.
We're going to get up the slope at the moment. Zeb just happy to hold it and keep pushing Sniper off the top. Z continually spamming here. Kitsune rush available. Kitsune comes out actually, and it's going to be a backstep for X10. She's so low. Double support ultimate. Really needed that beat though, and Sniper's going to go down. Grapes being 10% away makes all of the difference. Only an hour and 20 left for my loot box. Don't worry, Glide or Die. There's plenty more streams to go before the drop set ends. You will get your loot box, and LuneX will take the checkpoint.
Good news all round then. Grapes is going to have beat advantage coming back into this fight, but Zomba will be threatening that payload as the rest of LuneX take a few steps forward to try and poke early. Just slow them down, make sure there is no chance of that touch, and then they'll be able to take the next ult trade. Really going to have to be on to Zeb here in a lot of these situations as they get that checkpoint. You can see immediately actually it's just a back step from LuneX. They're just interested, getting themselves on that high ground, making that beat push have to come out a little bit early. It will be Zombo who's taking responsibility for touching the car. Will eventually be forced away, just beamed down actually by PDK. Protocol out, beat in response from that one. Trying to snipe it as they clip the map here, X10. Grapes is right below and Grapes in big trouble. Heavy round will finish that one off. Now X10 can regroup with the team. Sniper's having a hard time contesting the payload. It's been stolen though, actually. No, they've stolen. They robbed the bank. LuneX are going to have to go the long way around back to high ground now.
That's a huge fumble for LuneX. They need to hold onto the cart the entire time. Now they've just given away the close spawns, given it all away. Flip around to main. PDK rips out the battle bot. Zeb trying to snipe PDK out of sky. Might be a success story actually, as this just continual damage. 180, drop the shoulder. Down goes Zeb. Not enough help from the remainder of the team. X10 needed to get involved and help shoot out the sky too, but I think she might have been dead or something. So it can happen. Now we'll push forward for Extinction. They have the bomb and the pulse only, but could be some further. There are no further staggers here. Extinction is going to set up for the next fight.
Chance to hold on to the high ground, and this is where we can really see the Dominant start to struggle in some of these topography situations. It's going to be holding on to the high ground now, and it's going to be a force for Zeb to walk to get the payload. If they can touch it now, though, from Zomb, and that's good. The barrier raid maybe a little bit shallow. Zomb will take over touch. They're going to Kitsune Rush to clear it. One will be mirrored now. Ice Swing back in. Sniper's just been deleted. Gets around the corner so they can get the remake. Both teams are just going to wait it out. Sundering Blade goes wide. Zomba tries to get onto the high ground, but being forced back for now. Slash to force that recall. Blink back from Ryan. Both teams going to regroup, but Nenwai, she's so close in this beat.
Ah, she's got the beat available now, and it could make all the difference. They swing up top, big damage on a sniper, spike down onto the low ground, nade splashes on a PDK as well. Extinction absolutely pummeled in this neutral, but LuneX, they don't have the ability to chase, or do they? Zeb pushes on, finds PDK, goes for the shove around the corner, pushing for more. Nenwai has the beat scuffed so low as well, but it looks like LuneX are just going to press forward while Extinction kite all the way out. Next turn is going to be critical. Close spawns are turned on, and it's really good if LuneX can get around this corner. Shift onto the high ground for Sniper though. Suzu and Nenwai, the nails, and Sniper, maybe a bit too used to farming bots in ranked, pushing out into the open versus everybody and just getting desuited immediately.
Yeah, they're going to have to cancel this flip Extinction, wait and get Sniper, who does actually have the mech ready to go. Stalled it out. Stuck behind. I thought they were going to get away with it, but no such luck. Now we're going to have to come all the way around. Did somebody say top shagger? It's going to be Grapes now with a beat ready to meet it. Protocol going early here for X10. Going to be a bit of a hard chase, actually. Who are we shooting? Trying to go over a rooftop, but nobody's there. Nobody at all. Bit of splash damage, but really nothing to write home about. They'll concede meters all the while, though, so there's still a little bit of meter damage, at least. Beats available for both. PDK is going to go for a Protocol now. Trying to fire this one in. Lots of splash damage available in these small rooms. Need to be careful. Trying to get round Suzu around the corner. Successfully kited now as well, and the payload's been moved away from Zeb, so Zeb's going to have to go back round to main.
Yeah, it feels like a huge kite coming out for that override protocol. All up on the high ground now as Zeb plug walks back into main, starts pushing forward, shield is down, Sniper's isolated, Sniper's desuited, Pulse is out, Suzu is pixel perfect from Z, she TP's on, she saves Zeb's life. X10's in a bit of trouble, not sure how or where, but it's Ryan to fall, and X10 with her pistol Pete is going to take down everybody. PDK staggered out as the cart was actually taken immediately around the corner. And that's a rough one for Extinction. Now there's a Panopticon and a Kitsu on the payload. Zomba's about to have that Sunder as well. Could be a full cap at this rate. Sniper's having a real hard time getting isolated from the team and then going in fine. Not enough dive going through. Kitsu comes out. Z with the Kitsu has actually mirrored for some reason. They just take this one on the chin.
Yeah, I guess they're just playing the long game here, just trying to bleed out so they can always use the ults to win on middle. Just minimize as much risk as possible here. So they've got a huge lead, they've got ult advantage for the next fight as well. And the plan will just take these fights on middle, use the ults to win that fight, force the ults out in spawn, just rinse and repeat until eventually Extinction have just run out of time. They have the Kitsune Rush, they have a Panopticon, two great options to go with. They need to be careful because Grapes is 30% off the beat, so if they play it too slow, there is a chance for Grapes to catch up with one of the more meaningful ultimates. But they're already taking control of the robot. We'll stall this one out, and Zeb will swing round to the wide side. Brian now onto this Tracer, looking for a chance to get behind or find something. Z just trying to poke left, poke right, deal with any of these threats. But LuneX seem fairly happy to play the slow game here.
Battlebot comes out from PDK, swinging wide in main, big damage coming out. PDK has to backstep though because the Kitsu from Z has forced everybody forward. Zombies found Ryan from the O as well, even though PDK can absolutely weave that nade through the shield. I guess it's not going to be enough, is it now? Extinction once again on the back foot, constantly kiting out. Feels like the trades are never coming through when they lose a player either. It's not like they're ever turning it around, it's always just about running away. And already with 128 meters on the board and close spawns once again re-enabled. Where's the window of opportunity for Extinction?
No window at all. They swing round into a Sundering Blade with DP. Suzu to keep Zomba alive, but not for long. Now X10 over top, beat in response from Graves. Definitely has for later beat back if she wants it. Not opted for it though. They're going to lose Z, and again, feels like a sort of decision from LuneX to intentionally hold on to these support ults.
Oh, yeah, beat for Nenwai available again, just sort of holding on to it, and it feels like LuneX a couple fights in a row now have just held on to support ultimates in a way which, yeah, is at least giving Extinction a little bit of hope, you know, dangling the carrot in front of their face and, you know, making them run on the treadmill, or, you know, in the little hamster wheel. Don't you frown at me, Wisps. Don't do it. Alright, LuneX stepping back up again, holding the card underneath, but this is an awkward position for them, to be honest. I feel like the high ground is completely uncontested with where Zeb is currently playing, so it should be an opportunity. They're going to Kitsu and they're going to run face first into Zeb. Looks like LuneX are going to flip around to high ground at the same time, completely snapping the ankles of everybody inside that Kitsu. Sniper loses suit and has to drop down to the low ground, but Extinction, they are pushing payload quite away now. They might actually get checkpoint off it. Zeb has to drop down, smashes Scuffed into the wall, finishes the kill all by their lonesome. PDK, Crystal Charge in the sky. Beat finally comes out for Nenwai. Extinction, they're not looking too hot.
No, dive onto a high ground now and a slash and a hit. Everyone's going to take him out of the sky. PDK will be shut down. Full pocket onto X10 to avoid any trades. Now it'll be successfully done. And LuneX have just managed the game very well once they got this big advantage. Now, all of a sudden, it's going to be Kitsune Rush, Panopticon, the final 35 seconds. Extinction don't have a whole lot of anything except for this beat around the corner, but Grapes needs time to get in this one. They're going to have to win this fight, then win a comically large number of fights after that without trading too much. For now, they are on the back foot. Sniper is in danger of losing this mech one more time, forced all the way out. Then White will survive, marking that side on the left. Regroup with X10 at the back. Ryan is behind, looking for it. Doesn't find anything. Zeb on the high ground might need a bit of help here as Sniper's going to fly on. Panopticon is available. Pulse bomb wide. Pistol to avoid that one. Panopticon is out. Big Panopticon here from Zeb. Confirms one kill. Looks for more. Scarf's going to TP on. In big trouble. So low. Zine there looking for the finish. The beat. It comes through, but it doesn't hit Scuff. Scuff is going to win for Joel. Skipper's going to TP. The tree. Joe Skinny. Dodging it. Scuff is going to kill everything. The little teabag at the end. Unbelievable from Scuffed, and Extinction are still in this.
What the actual fuck was that? I mean, I'm like in a comatose state, and I feel like Scuffed just actually live dropped the shoulder in front of Zeb, weaves everything, finishes the kill. What the fuck was that? That is ridiculous.
Can't land a kunai to save their lives. Zeb can't find the shot either. Scuffed just takes them both down. Doesn't even get the beat, doesn't need it.
Actually fucking insanity. Checkpoint secured for Extinction. Alright, I'll focus up for this one. Kitsune Rush for Z is available. There is going to be an override protocol as well. Extinction, they get back in the suit, but Ryan's dead on cart. Come on, son. Sniper trying to top down. They fucking C9. Let's watch that Scuff playback.
All that to just just C9. But yeah, genuinely insane moment from Scuffed and all of that.
Alright, Panopticon pushing in the back line. Scuffed TP's in front of Zeb. Zeb misses. Scuffed.
Dodge. Doesn't get beat. Dodge for crystal charge.
Weave
Dodge.
TP on the spot.
Little TP on the spot to put Zeb's aim off. Dodge around the tree. Barrier array. Doesn't get hit. Zeb goes down.
How ridiculous. How very ridiculous.
Miss.
What is Zeb doing, man? That's the Thanos ground tank there. That is awesome.
Skinniest Kiri in the West. Hiding behind the smallest tree on Esperanza. LuneX have to be boomed after that. Reverse sweep. Never seen a Kiri hit a way fast TP before. Alright. Two in a row for LuneX. We've got all the numbers up. Numbers will tell me Zomba got 1, X10 9. Yes! Z7. Alright. 6 apiece for Zeb and Nenwai. 6.5 for Sniper, 7.5 for Scuff. Scuff's actually low key, just keeps scoring. Scuffed actually has the most points in the entire lobby, despite despite not winning. 21 for Scuffed, 20 for Z, 19 for X10, Zomba on 5.5, 18 for Nenwai as well. Really reasonable score.
Unto make coffee, you have time. Just started work, jealous of you going to bed. Unto cozy. Yeah.
It's feeling like
These
an
things can
anti-cozy.
happen, Harrison. I'm feeling so fucking unto cozy right now, Harrison. Just got a text from the neighbor saying that they've left their husband, and I have to contact their husband about the fencing fixing in the future because they're not going to be doing the work anymore to fix it. So
That's like a fun situation to deal with.
Just fucking take the ads, would you?
Just hold these ads.
I'm gonna call the insurance adjuster right now.
Imagine a rotating fence in your mind. My mind can do nothing. How is this going to be the Frio and the SSG? DSG is the map 5. I'm not complaining.
Have you spoken to W5?
He's talking to me. I can't hear you over the music. What are you saying? Oh, he's deafened. He was not speaking to me. Right. Would not mind LuneX just getting us finished before midnight. That would be pretty chill of him, right? Be pretty chill of LuneX indeed. I'm tired, but I'm not too tired. I've invested in the X10 slingshot. Now she's back to the second hit scan in NA after losing to lethal, but she is back now. It's too confusing to mess with me. Can I just go new fantasy account? I had Rocket Zombie. Puppy Girl, if you want, you can make another account, but there's no way to get the week 1 points unless you have a time machine. If you have a time machine, then you're all sorted. They go Gibraltar and Pantoon. Nope, it's going to be Suravasa and Orisa ban for Extinction, which feels very tank protecty. Well, tank protecty as well as obviously Bully and Zeb off of that one trying to force presumably the Domina. And it's going to be a Farah ban in response for that. I don't really think we've seen too much Farah out of Extinction at any point, but obviously we'll be concerned that the Farah can be very difficult for Zeb to deal with on some of these maps. So we'll just eliminate that threat. Zeb will be happy to play the Domina. I imagine Sniper will continue to play the Diva. I don't know if we'll see too many changes all that around. Maybe Ryan's born with a question mark whether he's going to go onto the Vendetta or if he's just going to play the Tracer instead. But we'll find out shortly. For now, Zeb lining up. Let me get you some game volume here. And let's lock in for this one. It's going to be Kiri Lucio on both of the sides. Ryan will opt for the Tracer. Zomba will opt for that Vendetta. Meet onto the high ground as Sniper gets that early space. Zeb's going to try and move up to that one as well. Looking for a swing, looking for an opportunity. Sniper will just take the high ground instead, try and play this one a little bit slow, but honestly, we'll be happy to play it slow themselves, Zeb. Just get us pushing for X10, see if she can beam anyone down. Looking for damage onto, well, anyone who has the misfortune of having a face. Sniper's going to get poked off the high ground as Zeb will drop the first barrier to try and force the objective as it unlocks. Nade gets thrown out to help clear some space. Sniper having to duck and weave and dodge, try and hold on to this. But now the Vendetta to clear that Sniper out. Forces them all the way back. X10's going to find the opening pick. They have just been bullied for space here. The long open sight lines on this Suravasa just make it a great situation for Zeb and for the Emre. And now they are looking for a late kill, a late DMAC, and this could be a horrific stagger onto Sniper. Yeah, Zomba's going to try and get out of there. Zomba actually has to kill Sniper because Sniper was about to roll Zomba there. So, shoots their way out of a stagger. and they will push forward and get a few late kills though. So still works out for LuneX in the end, even though they didn't quite get the stagger they want. They're already at 50% and counting. They've got a crazy Kitsune Rush advantage, and it looks like LuneX are all business today, looking to put an end to this series before it's even really started. Back up to this next corner now. Extin's going to have the override protocol as well. All this damage means Grapes is pretty close to the beat as well, slightly there, but they might still have to rush it nonetheless. Extinction have now got a bit of space for free as LuneX back it up to the choke, but they need to be so careful walking up about these early ults. Kitsune Rush from Ziva pushes on, eyes on Sniper in the sky. Zeb comes through, can't find anything. Can they find the Diva behind? They certainly can. They'll stall, actually they'll just kill the baby immediately. We're in overtime here. Last desperate dive onto point for Extinction, but they are not even close to any shoot back on this point.
Oh, Zavi, I'm fucking buzzing, man. I just called the insurance adjuster, and it was good news instead of bad.
No way.
I'm ready to finish this series, man.
So
good news instead of bad. Do you have any idea what it's like to pick up the phone, hang up, and think I'm gonna spend less money rather than more for the first time in like 3 months? Holy shit! It's like just one of these ad breaks can go to something other than a fucking fence or a shed or an other farm property or a tractor. Sniper stepping through now. Override protocol comes out from PDK, swinging forward with LuneX. They've disappeared into the wind. Bit of splash damage onto Nenwai, but it's just the shades of her pink bob getting sniped. She's going to be totally fine. LuneX ready to push back in onto the point when the unlock happens, and X10's going to use the unlock when the point is actually open. So now the protocol is doing huge damage to Scuffed, hopping and bopping on the point, beats out for Grapes now, Sundering Blade on the point, boop onto the Zomba, actually still going to find a kill onto Sniper, who was a bit overcommitted on the point. Overhead slash will go wide, but LuneX, they are going to take the fight. Alt layering much better for them in the context of the cap.
Really well handled situation. Can see Sniper going on to the Sigma now as Extinction struggle to find an answer to Zeb's Domina. They're now going to have to find an answer to this ult deficit as well, as Zeb has this Panopticon, and without the Diva Matrix, it's a little bit easier for Zeb to find the timing on his Panopticon as well. There's also a Kitsune Rush to come up a little bit later as well. So, just problems on top of problems for Extinction. Often Extinction, when we've been at their best, when we were challenging yesterday, it were big moments from their DPS, but at the moment, it's just Sniper getting bullied around. Panopticon there, no way out, catches two, immediate kill onto Sniper, a follow-up kill onto Scuffed, and now trying to hide in the corner is Grapes. There's no way out. A boop away, off the map he goes. Zeb's going to stand and look at it. PDK's found a trade, but it's going to do nothing. Back in control of point. They actually got the flip there, right? So they got themselves another fight here, Extinction.
Hey, Gigolo, can you manage the pred so that Atarax can go to sleep? I'll be going to sleep in the next 5 minutes too, so we're all in the same boat from the looks of it. LuneX. Kitsune Rush to close things out. Ryan with a Pulse Bomb has to come in clutch, or maybe if Sniper can play a little bit slow, can go for the flux of the day. But LuneX, they're going to poke main and then wrap around to the point, take the 50-50. Z, she's just trying to play live. Ryan from the O sneaking on in on the right-hand side. Now Z's perked up, and it is going to be a half-half on the point. 95%, the touch is necessary, but I'm sure Ryan's got that one covered. He blinks on, he blinks off, and all is good. Sniper has the flux now, stepping forward, pushed backwards. Sniper's going to miss the flux. It's not a flux of the day. Or maybe it is a flux of the day, because I want to go to bed. So that's a fucking fantastic flux from Sniper. Zomba takes down PDK. As much as I love the folks on Extinction, this is music to my ears to hear the triple kill, to see Z and X10 and Zomba all cleaning house. 2-0 lead right now for LuneX. 1 round away from the sheets.
1 round away from the sheets. Getting so close now. In this series, a closeout for LuneX right around the corner. Nenwai's going to have to beat dead. Even with Grapes, there is a Kitsune Rush advantage for Scuffed once we get to that, and an overclock too. But LuneX, they nearly have DPS ults as well, so plenty to lay into this one. And LuneX too have this earlier position. Suzu's actually been forced early to make sure X10 doesn't get traded by any silly damage there.
Hunter's tractor. Monitored suspicious user. What if my engine blew up, lol? Exclamation mark explode.
Suspicious.
Get the fuck out of here.
PDK with the clock onto point is going to clear some space. No cap yet though as X10 swings back with a protocol. Looking on his right hand side. B comes through from Grapes. Nenwai's going to mirror that one, but not in time to save Zeb. Sundering Blade comes out looking for that one. Can't connect either. These ults aren't finding the value LuneX were hoping for. Scuff still has the Kitsune Rush. They are turning onto Zomba now, and they are just cleaning up these players all split. Great fight there for Extinction. They'll get all the cleanup. They'll get the first cap. And they didn't even have to use the Kitsune Rush.
Cleanup and cap both come through now, and LuneX, they are Damn it, couldn't win that one, I suppose. Beat for beat. Zeb has the Panopticon for the next turn. Kitsune Rush for Scuffed, a little bit of an advantage, but Z might be able to charge up to her own Kitsune by the time we're over to the point. LuneX have to be slow and methodical for their retakes at the Domino because Zeb does have those long-ass shield timings regardless. Yeah, you'd be right about me disrespecting CommanderX by playing Quick Play and being on the phone during the cast. You'd be right. Grapes gets taken down early. Zeb
It was a trick.
onto the point. It was a trick. Shift
doesn't
comes
even
out
own a
now
phone.
from Zeb. I don't have a phone, I don't have a farm, I don't have a tractor, it's all a ruse. It's just one big bit. Cap goes through for LuneX, stepping forward, Crystal charges out, and Zeb, ground tank king, absolutely dominating PDK, pressing further and further forward. Oh, we're so close. We're so close.
Panopticon in the hands of Zeb for this next fight as well. No great ults for Extinction, no support ults, just a big bomb, little bomb. Nearly an overclock foe, but again with Panopticon, great at shutting down any kind of aggressive swing as long as Zeb can find the connection and avoid that matrix. Sniper's going to go top right, but Zomba's got eyes on that already. Zeb's going to help poke it out too, and Sniper's not able to create a lot of space, will be forced back. Going for a split push now, wide swing from Extinction, PDA comes to pick onto it. Opening now for X10, back up onto the point. Ryan's got pulse bomb forces for Suzu as well, trying to force for TP as well. Might just do it the old-fashioned way. Sniper onto the point. Z goes down. Opening now for Extinction. They're so low, they have to be careful. Matrix out from Sniper, trying to stabilize, but they get 2 kills. Crucial kills. They'll clean this one up. They've got control of the point as well. Quick reset now for LuneX. One last chance at this point.
X10 getting picked in the neutral. Now Extinction have insane ultimates. It feels like we're going to at least 4 here. NY 80% on the beat. Grapes 77% on their own. Scuffed about half HP. Down to the wire. Zeb stepping up. Still has the Panopticon, but it's just hard to execute versus the Diva. They're all rotating around the right-hand side. Touch? Who's even got that? Must be Zomba throwing themselves on for it. Zomba gets the first tap. Zeb's taken quite low, but the shield is gone. So now they have to go on for another touch, and it is going to be Zeb taking a beating. Overclock is out. Zomba so low. Lower than low, actually. Going to go down. Z and NY both have ultimates, but they're just going to hold on to them out of respect, and we're going to say 5 check marks for point 4. The suffering continues. Imagine we're halfway through a 5-map banger. Imagine I blew my shit smooth off in Minecraft Jam. Like, let's not go there right now.
Double support ult up for both teams now, and there's going to be a Panopticon still for Zeb, DPS ults as well for LuneX. I've got the full 5 bank here, so more ults to layer, more ults to use to try and force out these earlier support ults for Extinction, allowing Z and NY to get better versions of their own support ults. Now Grapes walking up, beat ready to go. X10 has that protocol. It's an early Kitsune Rush. He's going to match that one as well. Grapes with the beta playing over the top if they want to go. Both Lucio's trying to be patient here, but so much damage onto LuneX. NY late on Zeb again. Grapes is going to match the beat later. One Sundering Blade from Zomba doesn't find all that much. They still have a protocol afterwards, but they've got to keep eyes on this Diva. Sniper's going to be forced to bomb here, I think. Goes out of mech, slides away from that one, but X10's been taken down, scuffed. Clean up again. And they will be able to get this point, but LuneX didn't sneak it for a little bit, so they get a bit of cap for free.
They get the cap for free. Zeb, X10. Oh my god. They need to come back for a retake. Slight ult advantage for LuneX, but Extinction are back into this one. Ults are fairly even across the board. Zeb's had this Panopticon for what feels like an eon, but this is the fight where we're going to see the difference made. Zeb taking through the outside, doesn't want to get forced onto the point at the awkward angles, but nice protocol comes through from X10. Bodies are on the point right now for LuneX, and they might just be able to steal a flip off the back of it. If X10 can stop shooting the fucking walls. Nade comes inside. Scuffed is incredibly low. Zeb still has this Panopticon, saving it for Christmas perhaps, or maybe some other festive season. Shift on for Sniper now, pulse into the stack. Zeb is still about to die in the corner. It's alright, mate. Panopticon on 5th point. All good. All good.
Ryan, Scuff, Sniper all dive in. They will get the remaining of this cleanup, and this touch is going to be too hard, especially on a Domino comp, so we are going all the way. Map number 5. Map number 5, no. Round number 5, not map 5 yet, but a chance for Extinction to keep themselves alive in this series. Zomba actually went for this, but didn't make it, so no real punishment for that attempt either, so we'll move on to the next point. It's going to be double support ult in the mix as well. PDK, though, and this time we'll have the overclock, so again a chance for PDK this time to use that overclock to try and force an earlier ult, set up Scuffed or Grapes for those. Zeb, again, Panopticon to interrupt this too, if he ever feels like using it.
Ryan on the flank. Zeb with the world's most slow cooked of Panopticons. Ryan pops out on the flank. About half a clip into X10 before he is going to have to move over to the point. 7 seconds on the unlock now. So many ults online to both sides. But Zomba, thank God, has found a pre-fight pick onto Ryan. LuneX now stepping onto the point. Zomba starts slashing away. PDK rips the overclock. Kitsu out from Z in response. Oh, they just keep peeking the clock. PDK kills Z, but Zomba will find the trade. Beats out for Grapes now. 3 versus 4. Nenwai has the beat, but they're not even going to have to use it. Now there's a bomb on the point. Zomba should be fine to that one, spinning to win. And that is going to be a fantastic trade for LuneX here. As they get the cap, they bleed so many ultimates out of Extinction, and they keep their signature Panopticon for next. Secret 6 flashpoint unlocked, banger. Fuck off.
Zeb's not using his Panopticon until they get to the 6th point. Gonna be pressure onto the point now from Sniper. Protocol up into the air for X10, looking for this high ground straight into that Kitsune rush. Grapes just gonna slide away from that one. Nenwai has the beat over the top. Keep going. Sniper's just trying to play pocket, denying this damage. Eats the last one as well. No great damage for that Protocol either, but LuneX keep controlling point. Nenwai has a beat advantage, a chance to push, a chance to deny the flip. They go out. Zomba dies before the beat push. One day everyone will get 5. Zeb uses the Panopticon. He kills everyone with it as well. Grapes now in trouble too, trying to respond with a pulse bomb, but Ryan can't find the connection. Ryan steals the flip. It's not quite over yet.
So I think it's one more touch. Ryan and Graves are going to come back and get the tap as well. Maybe Zeb, they're going to push on. They're going to block Sniper. Sniper gets pushed off the point, gets the touch. Overtime triggered. Sniper going down. Zomba nearly traded out. Ryan could potentially press for this. Z, Nenwai both incredibly low, pocketing one another on the side though. Down goes Grapes, down goes Sniper.
It's going to be okay. It's
all
going
going
to
to be okay.
LuneX have completed the 3-0. They prevent the reverse sweep on Surabasa. It was not another Surabasa heartbreak.
I will see you in 9 hours for Japan. Look, 9 hours is fine by me. You want to watch this final run of ads? Discord, YouTube, socials, boost the TikTok. Discord, join the Discord, boost the TikTok, watch the YouTube video. We got a new video out. There's the new video out. If you want to watch a new video, apparently it's funny. So, I don't know. I haven't watched it. I don't know.
Apparently.
But check out the new video. Go to Discord. Thanks for watching if you did. End in the YouTube stream. Good night, everybody.
Hi, Max. It's good news all round. You're spending less money. You're going to bed. What more could you want?
Yeah, it's true. What more could I want? A kick in the head.
That can be arranged.
Thanks, everyone.
Surely.
Sending you over to Sunshine Bread. See you in 9 hours. Go one stadium game. I'd rather get waterboarded.
Can also be arranged.
Nighty night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. It's been a fun weekend. For like the past couple hours, but you know, it can happen.
Oh.
First time here and had a great time. I'm glad for enough time. It's even better when I'm not trying to throw myself into the bed sheets. See you tomorrow, everyone. And when I say tomorrow, of course, I mean today, because the day's still fucking going, isn't it? All right. See you, Zabby.
See you, mate. Good night. Yeah, good night all. When did the OWCS Fantasy points come out? Whenever the devs get a chance to update them, we've been working some other things just to try and make it more stable. If you were here maybe earlier on in the weekend, you know we were maybe hitting some issues when we first launched. So I'd say Monday at the latest. If you want to add up your own score just to see if you can get a feel for how you did, you can go onto owtv.gg itself. And if you go onto, where am I going? If you go onto any of sort of match pages like this, you know, anything like this, you'll be able to see all the scores at the bottom. So you can always do your own math if you want, but if not, if you're happy to wait till Monday, you can see where you are in terms of the leaderboard and everything like that. To answer your question as well, Gavin, you can always drop me a message on Discord or something. We're not actively recruiting, but let me know sort of experience or what you'd be interested in or anything like that, and we can always have a conversation. I might not reply tonight, but yeah. Scuffed, no help. Really impressive from Scuffed. I think the map 3 might not actually be up yet. Oh wait, yes it is. I just hadn't refreshed. Scuff's going to add another 8 points to the... God damn it. Will somebody stop Scuffed scoring? Can you give Ryan 1 million points? Yep. Or 7. How does 7 sound? Is that a good compromise? 7 feels like a good compromise, you know? 29 on a Frio is crazy. Yep. I had Z and X10, so I'm pretty happy with a 26.5 and a 28. The 2 highest scorers. Feel like I got Nat Gamble right. How long is the stream going to go for? I'm going to end it, I think. Maybe I'll wait and see if there's an interview. But I'm going to end it. So, Ben, who do I even raid? Maybe just Sunshine Bread. I just send you to Sunshine Bread as well. Maybe we cut the VOD? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Oh, we should leave the interview on. If there's going to be such a thing. She has drops? I believe so. Okay, maybe I can check. I can check right now. I'm pretty sure she does because she's in like Creator Discord and stuff. Do not knock her. How can I see? Does anyone know how Twitch works? Post-streaming OWCS drops. Long stream. Alright, I can read. Yeah. See, I send you to her. She'll have drops. And that sort of solves me having to think too much. But yeah, let's wait for the interview. Let's see what LuneX, if they have anything to say after that. Other than that, I don't think there's too much to really look into. Pretty tired, as you can imagine, as we hit the 18 hours for the second day in a row. Would you still want me to fill out the form? No, I've not checked it now in a while, so just happy. You can either fill in the form and then just DM me and tell me you filled in the form to remind me, because I wouldn't trust my memory right now. But yeah, pretty good week of action. Maybe I should try and have some thoughts. So LuneX versus I guess there's a few games here, right, where Extinction went particularly close against Liquid, Disguise went particularly close against SSG, and what is inevitably true, I think, at the start of metas, at the start of stuff, is that there's just there's more variation, right? There's always going to be more variation in power levels at this point in the season compared to, you know, in 2 weeks' time, in 4 weeks' time, everything like that. We are going to hear from Nenwai, so let's have Nenwai talk for a bit.
Just gonna scream that at you first thing, straight out of the gate. Also, congrats. I don't know if I already said that. Let's talk about how you guys got it done. What was your read on this team? Did you expect a close match? Because we all predicted Extinction here in the desk. We kind of felt like they're going to have the edge. Why do you think were we so misled? Why did we not, like...
I thought Extinction was going to win.
Thank you so much. We always think we're better than like most teams in the region. We always like, if we're ever gonna struggle in a match, it's gonna be usually to ourselves. And we're pretty confident in Extinction, with like, our ability to beat them. We are pretty familiar with all the players, good friends with them. We know like what they want to play, and we like had really good bans against them. So even though they had a map 5 game versus Liquid, we didn't really care too much about that because we also don't think Liquid looks that strong, especially with the new changes they've had. But yeah, we felt really comfortable coming into this game, and I think we got what we wanted.
I want to ask you about the Dominant, obviously, because no one's really picked that up apart from you guys. Like, what's the thought going into that? How strong do you think the pick is currently in the meta?
Well, Zeb really likes playing Dominant a lot. He has mixed feelings about how good or bad she is, but he feels really confident playing her into the Diva, specifically. Like, we have other directions I've been working on, but this has been a comfort pick, especially for a team like this, who we can easily ban out the Dominant counters and just make a really strong counter comp into their Diva comp.
So then, sort of jumping off of that point, exploring it a little bit deeper, you as a support player obviously are going to be affected by the fact that your tank is playing Dominant. How does it change your behavior in the game, having to care for a Dominant as opposed to something like a Diva?
Well, we were figuring that out yesterday, after our tough loss against SSG. We had to consider some different fundamental plans on how we want to play the game as a whole team. And for me, that pretty much just changed on do I want to speed Zebin and kill the whole lobby, or do I want to sit in the back of the map and let Ellie play the game for free, or extend, sorry.
So, what are your big takeaways for you personally from this first week of competition, and what do you feel like you and the team need to focus on heading into the week number 2?
Just keep working on practice. I think when we came into SSG, first of all, we think they're going to be the best team in the region, so we're not too upset about the loss, although we try to win every game we can. We're not too bummed out about the loss. We'll just continue to keep grinding, put more into practice. We feel comfortable about playing every team, so we'll just keep practicing, keep trying to learn as much as we can, and just most importantly, just show up on game day. That's all that matters.
That's so true. Nenwai, thank you so much. We're super excited to see more of you and the squad.
All right.
Once again,
Any final thoughts, anything?
And rest up this week.
I think so.
Thank you so much.
I think I'm probably going to stream a few times during the week where I can maybe give where I can maybe go through a few of the replays, maybe a bit more of a breakdown, something like that. A bit more thought through. You know, maybe break down, figure out a few other things about exactly what's happening, or why some of the things we saw happen did happen the way they did, etc, etc. Understanding that the game between SSG and DSG was so close, not because DSG played well in Control Flashpoint, but because SSG played horrible there. What are your thoughts on it? My perspective as well, yeah, it felt the same. It felt like SSG playing down more than DSG playing up. I think in general, both games we saw from DSG against Dallas and DSG against SSG didn't feel like particularly high-level versions of the game compared to maybe, you know, when we watched some of these top Korean teams, or we watched some of the EMEA teams like TM or something. It just feels relatively clean in a lot of their pushes. It felt like there was way more scrappy moments, sort of mistakes or confusing bits. That normally is an indicator that it's just turning into a bit of a dogfight or a bum fight, rather than a particular team playing really well or anything like that. Yeah, maybe we'll watch some replays during the week as well, so maybe we'll get like a slightly more in detail one. But in general, I think like I watched NA this week and I was just like, this is the worst region. Like, obviously outside of Japan and Pacific, but they felt like they were quite far behind in a lot of ways. Yeah, I think Tread is a genuine bright spot. I can get behind that for sure. Can get behind that bit of it for sure. I think overall, Team Liquid kind of disappointing, but obviously expectations have been completely rewritten for them. I think SSG disappointing, DSG probably slightly better than expected actually. You know, like it does feel a little bit like DSG have a kind of like perform well on match day. I feel like for DSG, a lot of their like bigger picture decisions in terms of comps, bans, draft, those are the ones that maybe stood out more than anything else. I think, who else is in NA? LuneX, probably about as we expected. Beat the team they should have done, lost the team they should have done. Extinction, I think I have the same feeling as, where they are just a like PDK, Ryan, maybe even Sniper to a degree as well. All of they're just like moments. There's like, if there's like moments players, or they can have like these really high peaks, but there's no form of consistency. Facts. Dallas, we didn't see a huge amount of, but felt like they didn't quite live up to the hype, honestly. Maybe we should pause it here while we got next week's schedule up. Remind me of the teams as well. On the other hand, have I missed any NA teams? I didn't do next. No, I think I get all of them. For the EMEA teams, I think Twisted Minds, it just looks like it's going to be cruise control, regional domination for them. I think for GK, it's harder to get a read on because they kind of got beat. But it was against TM. So I think being embarrassed by TM doesn't necessarily mean anything. I think the biggest worry, if I'm looking at GK, is those Lucio bans just feel really troublesome. VP, looked fine. Still looked like the second best team, but maybe look second best team, but closer to the teams below them than closer to TM. Then Peps. Yeah, I think Peps have been like sort of, you know, I was expecting them to be the last place team, but maybe they can punch up. And that's kind of what we saw this weekend, I think. So I think that feels fairly on track. Anyone's Legend, I think, was really disappointing today, not because they necessarily lost, but because the nature of how they lost was some really soft ways to give away fights. So it just feels like big things to solve for them still. Alcacia, yeah, I don't know. Alcacia kind of clutched it out, but I'm still not convinced by them at all either. So none of these middle of the pack teams have been remotely convincing. And I still don't know if I'm really any closer to sorting them out. Did I miss anyone? I think I missed anyone. Then Korea. Korea's obviously got a much longer season, so there's more chance for things to change or things to get fixed or something like that. But Falcons and Zeta look like a clear top 2. Crazy Raccoon look like the team that have the biggest problems, really. You know, there's also Crazy Raccoon always starts slow. I think the biggest worry for Crazy Raccoon is they had sort of no motion on a lot of these things. And they just sort of feel like they're sort of blindly following what they believe is the meta at the time. T1, really disappointing. T1 really disappointing. T1 have all the characteristics of a team that just lose series, you know? Unforced errors, bad in the clutch, not always the best drafts either. And even some of the players who perform, some of like Zest having all these mistakes today, hopefully it's a one-off because Zest was one of their best players last year. Vigi looks a level below, yeah. I mean, one thing I would like to see is let's see Vigi in when Crazy Raccoon have jumping in. Like, let's see Vigi in when they have the shot caller, you know? Who do you think? I think it will just be Heesang Stalker for most of the season. I'd be surprised if it's anything else. All right. Let me end this YouTube stream. Let me cut this VOD. Bye, YouTube.